The other big name missing is Shakib Hasan. Mahmoodullah Riyad, the captain, obviously had to admit that he was missing Shakib Hasan. This is what he had to say.
Shakib has been a great performer for Bangladesh cricket team over the years. I think he is one of the main key players in our team. But having said that, I think because the issue that happened with Shakib, I think we still have that support for him, because he did a mistake, but he didn't committed a crime, I think. But having said that, I think we still have that support for him. We still have the same love that we had used to be. So, but that's an issue that have gone by. I think we're now much more, as I mentioned, that we're much more focusing on playing tomorrow and try to win the game. And having said that, I think probably it will be a proper opportunity for the younger guys to show up and stood up for the Bangladesh team.
Well, Mahmoodullah Riyad obviously playing the issue down. One side, of course, as a player, they're going to miss him. But he was playing down the fact and just passed it off as a mistake. It's a lot more than that. He should have known what he was doing. A lot has been said about it, but I think time for us to put our little two bits in.
No, I know. I'm very clear on this. What he did was wrong. What he did was wrong, and he's 32, 33. He's been around this circuit for the longest. He's been playing since he was a teenager. The only thing I find, and I'm take my mind to be suspicious, is the timing of everything that's happening around Bangladesh cricket and this coming around at the same time. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean he didn't do it, but somewhere there are things happening there which I'm not quite clear about. You know, the kind of things that happen is, and I've seen it happen or heard about it happening in smaller leagues in the world, where, you know, the owner gets a call and says that, you know, speak to this guy, he's going to call you up, speak to this guy. And you're wondering, you know, I play this league for this team. The owner says to speak to the guy. I may not do anything, but I'll hear him out. So, look, I'm not trying to defend anything, because there is nothing to defend. You cannot, as a senior international cricketer, do that. But I can only tell you that I believe that the kind of circumstances that these players are under, sitting out here, it's very difficult for us to tell.
Well, let's just remind you exactly what the official charge against Shakib Hasan was. The official release that he failed to disclose to the ACU, the Anti-Corruption Unit, full details of any approach to engage in corrupt conduct on 3 occasions, including one in relation to an IPL game where he played for the Sunrisers. So, Zaheer, again, Joy obviously has seen him in the dressing room as well. We know Shakib as a person. And of course, being an experienced player, you have to ask yourself, I mean, just one question, what was he thinking?
And the one thing which comes to my mind is, you know, lack of faith. You got to have faith in all the authorities to have that trust and just go out and they are there to help you. I think, you know, that's the main lesson out of this for all the cricketers who are currently playing and have been part of it in whatever capacity associated with the game. That end of the day, you know, you don't, as a player, you always end up on the losing side. You know, and imagine the kind of form which he is in and the kind of asset he is to the team. So I think he must be really feeling that you know, he's missing out on a vital year of his career. So from that point of view, I think it's huge. But for others, I think, you know, it's a lesson to learn from, and I'm sure that's what Shakib will be feeling right now. That, you know, maybe he's not showed enough trust in the authorities and be open about it. And having played for so long, you expected him to do that. So that's something which was a little bizarre in the whole episode. But nonetheless, I think, you know, he should take things in his strides and come back stronger.
I think he's done that. And see, the other thing is that if you don't report that day, every day that you don't report, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. And then you haven't reported him once. If you report him the second time, you're saying, "Main pehli baar nahi kiya tha." Now I'm stuck, because they'll say that this is not the first time you spoke to him. He spoke to you before. So it's one of those things. And once it gets into that, you're like wondering, when do I actually call it? Do you know what I mean? And it's a vicious circle. It still doesn't. I mean, he's an international cricketer. You're adulated by the world because you're expected to handle these pressures. So there's no defense of that. But those are the kind of things that happen, because once you don't report it, then every day that you don't report it, you feel more and more guilty about not reporting, and you're in more and more trouble as it goes on.